Welcome back to another episode of the chopper build. Now, last week was incredibly exciting because we got all the paintwork finished up and suddenly the bike is starting to take shape. I've even given it a name. I think I'm going to call it the goldfish, but it's not quite there yet. We need to assemble it. So in front of me, I've probably got like a third of the parts, but this is a little bit like an Airfix kit for a 70s chopper. So today we're going to go ahead and put the kit together. So we've got a little assortment of parts here, and I'm raring to go. I really am keen to see this, many years of dreaming about it, many drawings, and a lot of hard work too. No doubt there will be teething problems, there will always be teething problems with any project motorcycle, but today we're going to get it back together. We're finally going to see it take its final shape. So the very first thing I'm going to do, a lot of people will get it up to a rolling chassis as quick as possible. I'm not going to go that route. I'm actually going to pop the engine in first. Now, the engine on the 440 doesn't go in sideways like a lot of motorcycles do. You actually have to put it in a bit of an L shape, so you turn it down and then sort of twist it in. Not sure how well my hand movements just describe that, but hopefully you'll see in a moment. And because everything's painted, I'm actually going to protect the frame. I've got some cardboard packaging. I'm going to wrap that around a couple of bits of the frame and we'll see if we can get that engine in there. Right, so the engine's in now. It wasn't too bad getting that in actually. I remembered how I did it last time. If you are doing it for the first time on one of these bikes, it can be a little bit difficult. The cardboard packaging worked a treat. I have got a couple of scratches, but I'm not too bothered because most of the parts I've collected are all pretty crusty and we're going for the survivor look. It doesn't really matter to me. So next step I think is to get this rolling as quick as possible and that way we'll be able to throw it around a little bit easier, move it around if we need to do a couple of things. I've left the forks attached to the front wheel, so I'll probably pop in the back wheel and then just slide in the forks and we can go from there. Well, I worked up a proper sweat putting those forks on. It's been so long since I have put them in before that I completely forgot how to do it. I ended up working out a way of doing it. But yeah, hard work. But it was worth it because seeing this stance again, I worked so hard to get this slight uphill sweep, get the forks to the right length, get the nice line across the backbone of the frame, and to see it sitting like this, definitely worth it. But I'm going to shut up, not waste any more time because I need to get cracking. I'm going to pop on mudguard, handlebars, seat, all that lot and just crack on through, I think. I've pieced her back together and I really don't know what to say. I've been trying to come up with something to say for like 10 minutes. I haven't really got a clue because, you know, sitting here with the bike that I thought of for such a long time, and now it's done. Well, it's not done. No project's ever really done, is it? But you know, I got loads of stuff I need to sort before the summer. What a strange moment in time. Yeah. I suppose really, maybe we just ought to fill it with fuel and let the bike speak for itself. I haven't balanced the carbs or anything like that. I've given them a rough little fiddle, they will run. Yeah, let's chuck some fuel in her and see what she's got to say. Well, as you well saw, she started up without an issue. She little bit of choke and she was off, and I let her sit around and warm up, and she ticked over beautifully. I've had a little fiddle with the carbs. I haven't, you know, sorted them right the way out, but just enough so that she will run and hold her own. Sounds cracking, looks cracking. I'm well chuffed. Now, as I've been putting this back together, I kind of been looking at the stuff that I want to get done before next summer. When I think back at the beginning of this series, I was like, yeah, we're going to get this done by summer. There was no chance that it was ever going to happen. I had a lot of curveballs thrown my way, and you know, maybe if they weren't there and I worked really hard, I could have got it done, but really I think it was much better to take my time with it. I'm going to continue to do so. So the main things I want to sort out is the front wheel. I've got no front brake. I want to put a drum brake on there. I went to an auto jumble the other day and I got a DT250 front wheel, which is kind of what I've been after, because they've actually got a chrome rim, which is great. So I got the wheel, the drum brake and the axle for 20 quid. Can't complain at that. So at some point I'm going to chuck that on there, work out the spindle, machine up some spacers, sort out the cable for the front brake. Other things I need to do, I need to wire in the lights as well. And actually I've been thinking, so I had a few people message me on Instagram, I had a few people comment below, goldfish, we're going with goldfish. This is the goldfish, can't think of a better name for it. But there's actually a couple of fish related things I want to do to this as well. I've always wanted to put fishtail pipes on it. So fishtail pipes are coming. I don't know when, but we're going to do it. And because I'm going to make them out of stainless, I can't find any stainless fishtail tips, so I guess we're going to have a go at making them. That could be fun. It'll probably go wrong. And also I want to make a fishing rod holder. Now, this isn't a fishing channel, but I'm really into my fishing. And when it comes to the summer, I want to be able to poodle around on this with my rod on the sissy bar, because it'll be perfect for it. So at some point I want to come up with a fishing rod holder as well. So yeah, it's not finished, but we've got stuff to do, but for all intensive purposes, it's kind of finished. So I guess the only thing left to do is kind of take it for a little test ride, because yes, I've got the stuff that I know I want to finish. I know there are problems there, but no doubt when I ride it, I'm going to find more. So I need to find those. I need to get my little list together so I know what I'm tackling. So, what did I learn from the test ride? Well, it actually rode surprisingly well. I've got a little bit of low pressure in the back tyre. That's a trick that my uncle told me because he used to ride a couple of chops, and yeah, it takes a little bit of shock out of the rear end. So that worked a treat. The front end steered really, really well. It was stable even at low speeds. I automatically found myself, doing U-turns where I could, where it was legal, and not putting my foot down, in spite of the fact that it hasn't actually got a lot of steering lock, so that's brilliant. But one issue with the forks is those springs are way too soft. They will bottom out over little bumps, and that's not good. So I need to sort out something along the lines of that, whether it be getting custom made springs, which I would imagine is pricey, or coming up with a spacer. The spacer would be fine as long as we don't end up spring bound. So we'll have to have a little play around with that. I also might have a play around with the length of the axle plates on the front. And engine wise, the clutch is all over the place. It's slipping really bad, and then every now and then it gets stuck as well. So we'll have to have a little look at that. It was such a long time ago that I stripped the engine that I can't remember what state it was in. It might have just been alright, and I thought, we'll give it a gamble, and here we are now. So I'm not sure, we've got to do that at some point as well. And I also picked up a set of pillion pegs from the Auto Jumble as well. So I really want to get those on there as well. See if we can't get Ellie on here. Probably won't do her back many favours, but she might want to go. So I think it's mission successful. I'm really, really pleased. I think it totally achieves the look that I was after, and no doubt, when I get around to riding it, the more I ride it, the rougher it's going to become, and I've got no problem with that because I like bikes with character, I like bikes that get ridden, so this has got to be one of them, and it will get there. But that's about it from me today. I'm not sure what I'll be doing in next video, so bear with me. But let me know, are you enjoying the Chopper series? What do you think of the bike? And would you ride it? Do you think it's a cool bike? Would you give it a go? Or do you think it's a death trap and it's really, really ugly? Leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.